Migration. Movement from one area to another. Precedent. A similar action or event that happened at an earlier time. Inspection. The act of looking at something closely in order to learn more about it, to find problems, etc. The act of inspecting something. Breed. A kind of dog, cat, horse or other animal that is produced by breeding. Provisional. Existing or accepted for the present time but likely to be changed. Finger. One of the 5 long parts of the hand that are used for holding things. Fortunately. Used to say that something good or lucky has happened. Silly. Making fun of something. Funny. Literacy. The ability to read and write. Obsession. A state in which someone thinks about someone or something constantly or frequently, especially in a way that is not normal. Puzzle. A question or problem that requires thought, skill, or cleverness to be answered or solved. Relish. A seasoned mixture that is used to add taste to other foods. Bruise. A dark and painful area on your skin that is caused by an injury. Remotely. From a distance. Polish. Rub something to make it smooth and shiny. Manually. Operated by a person, not automatic. Pulse. A short increase in an amount of electricity, light or sound. Concrete. Identifying something real or a group of things. Adjustment. A small change that improves something or makes it work better. Cosmetic. A substance, such as a cream, lotion, or powder, that you put on your face or body to improve your appearance. Bin. A can or container. Nearby. Not far away. Located at a short distance from someone or something. Diet. Japan's legislature, which has 2 houses. Desert. To leave and stop helping or supporting someone or something. Supposedly. Claimed to be true or real. Demise. The end of something. Charm. A quality that makes something very likable or attractive. Drum. A musical instrument that is made with a thin layer of skin or plastic stretched over the end of a round frame and that is played by hitting the skin or plastic with sticks or with your hands. River. A large flow of something. Inevitably. In a way that is sure to happen. Overrule. To rule against something or someone. Furniture. Chairs. Tables. Beds. Etc. That are used to make a room ready for use. Dealer. Someone who sells something. Compensate. To provide something good as a balance for something bad or undesirable. Bottle. A glass or plastic container that has a narrow neck and usually has no handle. Exception. A case where a rule does not apply. Reliance. The state of needing someone else for support or help. Confirmation. A response which shows that information is received and understood. Especially a response that makes a purchase or appointment definite or official. Retreat. An active process of leaving, especially from what is a difficult or dangerous situation. Hurricane. A storm with powerful winds. Partisan. Strongly supporting a particular leader, group, or cause. Depress. To be low in spirits. Humanitarian. Concerned with or seeking to improve human welfare. Scream. To make a loud cry. To shout. Wane. To decrease in size, amount, length, or quality. Rage. Strong feeling of anger. Relaxed. Calm and free from stress, worry, or anxiety. Not worried or tense. Contend. To compete with someone or for something. Uniquely. Very special or unusual. Unpredictable. Not always behaving in a way that is expected. Cheaply. Not costing a lot of money. Accuracy. How exact or correct something is. Stifle. Stop something. Underpin. To support something from below. To provide a basis. Mixture. Something made by combining 2 or more ingredients. Steering. The controlling of a vehicle in one direction or another. Fragile. Something that is easily damaged. Deaf. Unable to hear. Moratorium. A period of time to think before coming to a decision. Remittance. an amount of money sent often across borders. Tooth, a hard, bony structure in the mouths of people and most animals. Independence, freedom from outside control or support. Imminent, happening very soon. Den, a secret place where people often do illegal or immoral things. Hostility, an unfriendly or hostile state, attitude, or action. Informal, having a friendly and relaxed quality. Relax, to spend time resting or doing something enjoyable, especially after you have been doing work. Underestimate, to think of someone or something as being lower in ability, influence, or value than that person or thing actually is. Coastal, referring to the land along or near a sea or ocean. Refinery, a manufacturing center where a raw material is purified and changed. Ditch, a long, narrow hole in the ground where water can flow. Mogul, an important, successful person. Fruit, food from trees and plants. Credential, a document that shows a person is qualified to do something. Dynamic, the way that two or more people behave with each other because of a particular situation. Interrupt, to cause some process to be stopped for a period of time. Dislike, to not like something or someone. Rehabilitation, to bring someone or something back to a good condition. Coordinator, a person who organizes people or groups so that they work together properly and well. Epidemic, an occurrence in which a disease spreads very quickly and affects a large number of people. Stumble, to find or learn about something unexpectedly. Cripple, a person who cannot move or walk normally because of a permanent injury or other physical problem. Petition, a document signed by a large number of people demanding some form of action from the government. Tier, a level or step in a group or organization. Hemisphere, a half of the earth. Brake, a device for slowing or stopping something, such as a wheel or vehicle. Layout, the design or arrangement of something. Steam, the hot gas that is created when water is boiled. Disadvantaged, lacking the things such as money and education that are considered necessary for an equal position in society. Bully, to frighten, hurt, or threaten a smaller or weaker person. Snub, the act of ignoring someone in a deliberate and insulting way. Boil, to cook something in water that is boiling. To heat, a liquid or a container with liquid in it, so that bubbles are formed and rise to the top. Expertise, special knowledge of a certain field of study or a special skill. Toy, a child's plaything. Mere, showing that something is small or unimportant. Assemble, to connect or put together the parts of something, such as a toy or machine. Lean, to arch one's body against something. Commuter, something that carries people to work. Promoter, a person or company that organizes large events. Allegiance, have loyalty to a person, country or group. Personnel, people who work for a company, organization or government. Pervasive, existing in every part of something, spreading to all parts of something. Frantic, involved in wild and hurried activity. Refund, an amount of money that is given back to someone who has returned a product, paid too much, etc. Devise, to invent or plan, something that is difficult or complicated, to develop. Accountable, required to be responsible for something. Embassy, the building where an ambassador lives and works. Censor, to examine books, movies and other media to find out if there are things considered offensive, immoral, or harmful to society. Lap, the area between the knees and the hips of a person who is sitting down. Outsider, a person who does not belong to or is not accepted as part of a particular group or organization. Accommodate, to provide what is needed or wanted for someone or something. Verbal, of or involving language or words. Yeah, an informal word for yes. Classical, of a kind that has been respected for a long time. Contentious, something that is argued or disputed. Footstep, the sound of a foot making a step. Depict, to show someone or something through some art form, as in writing, painting or sculpture. Contention, something, such as a belief, opinion, or idea, that is argued or stated. Pornography, material showing people naked or in sexual situations. Royal, belonging to a king or queen or members of their family. Spoof, a humorous movie, book, play, etc., that copies something in a silly and exaggerated way. Widow, a woman who has lost her spouse or partner by death and usually has not remarried. Column, a commentary or political opinion piece. Purport, to claim to be or do a particular thing when this claim may not be true. Bend, to use force to cause something, such as a wire or pipe, to become curved. Throne, a royal seat. Mirror, a piece of glass that produces images of other objects. Thrust, and NBSP, to push something with force. Intruder, a person who is not welcome or wanted in a place. Mask, a covering for your face or for part of your face. Unfortunate, not having good luck. Exclusion, a situation in which someone is not permitted to enter a place. Disorder, a physical or mental condition that is not normal or healthy. Dialogue, a conversation between two or more people. Bother, to cause someone to feel troubled, worried or concerned. Outrageous, shocking or surprising in a very bad way. Shrug, to raise and lower one's shoulders, usually to show you do not care about something. Insane, extremely foolish. Illogical, initiate, to cause the beginning of something, to start or begin something. Indefinite, not certain in amount or length. Walkout, the act of leaving a meeting or event as a way of showing disapproval. Mediation, process to find a solution between two or more people who disagree about something. Betray, to do something that does not agree with your beliefs, principles, etc. Naive, having or showing a lack of experience or knowledge. Innocent or simple. Tattoo, a permanent picture or word added to the surface of skin, created by using needles to put colors under the skin. Disadvantage, something that causes difficulty, something that makes someone or something worse or less likely to succeed than others. Timetable, a plan of things that need to be done and the time by which they need to be completed. Subscribe, to pay money to get a publication or service regularly. Disgrace, a loss of respect because of one's actions or behavior. Ace, to earn a very high grade on an examination, to get a grade of A on an examination, to perform very well on a test or challenge. Vault, a locked room where money or valuable things are kept. Magnificent, very beautiful or impressive. Beam, a line of light coming from a source. Feedback, helpful information or criticism that is given to someone to say what can be done to improve a performance, product, etc. Connectivity, the state of being connected, especially connected through a computer network. Defraud, to trick or cheat someone. Accountant, someone whose job is to keep the financial records of a business or person. Indict, to formally declare that someone should be put on trial for a crime. Improper, not right, not correct. Suite, a group of rooms for a single person or family in a hotel. Indictment, an expression or statement of strong disapproval. Enormously, very great in size or amount. Experimental, made or done in order to see how well something works. Clinical, relating to or based on work done with real patients. Cake, a sweet baked food made from a mixture of flour, sugar, and other ingredients. Portrait, a detailed description of something or someone. Classify, to consider someone or something as belonging to a particular group. Contraction, a short form of a word or word group that is made by leaving out a sound or letter. Revelation, an extremely pleasant surprise. Appliance, a machine, such as a stove, microwave or dishwasher, that is powered by electricity and that is used in people's houses to perform a particular job. Challenging, difficult in a way that is usually interesting or enjoyable. Crowded, filled with too many people or things. Accumulate, to gather or acquire something, gradually as time passes. Flare, a weapon that fires out a large flame often used to attract attention. Catastrophe, a disaster. Projection, an estimate of what might happen in the future based on what is happening now. Thorough, including every possible part or detail. Quantity, a large amount or number of something. Uncomfortable, causing a feeling of being uneasy. Applaud, to strike the hands together over and over to show approval or praise. Brewery, a place where beer is made. Stagnate, to stay the same and not grow or develop. Cream, the thick part of milk that rises to the top, the part of milk that contains fat. Conspire, to secretly plan with someone to do something that is harmful or illegal. Grind, to crush or break something into very small pieces by rubbing it against a rough surface or using a special machine. Outgoing, used to describe someone who is friendly and likes being with and talking to other people. Upsurge, a sudden increase or rise, usually plus in or of. Arbitration, a process of settling an argument or disagreement in which the people or groups on both sides present their opinions and ideas to a third person or group. Pursuit, attempt to find, achieve, or get something. Affiliate, an organization that is a member of a larger organization. Identical, being the same. Delegation, a group of people who are chosen to vote or act for someone else. Erase, to remove any thought or memory of. Embarrassed, feeling confused and foolish in front of other people. Profound, very strongly felt. Ward, a section in a hospital. Overhead, costs for heat, electricity and other things that a business must pay that are not related directly to what the business sells. Diesel, a type of engine that uses diesel fuel rather than gasoline and that is used especially in large vehicles. Gloomy, causing feelings of sadness. Volatility, likely to change in a very sudden or extreme way. Segment, one of the parts into which something can be divided. Assign, to give out something or to provide someone with something. Flop, a book, play or movie that is considered a financial failure. Preach, speak or write about something in an approving way. Hostile, not friendly, having or showing unfriendly feelings. Artificially, not natural or real. Made, produced, or done to seem like something natural. Incumbent, currently holding office. Related, in the same family. Twist, to turn a part of your body around. Outperform, to perform better than a competitor even if you do not have as much that competitor. Rampant, growing quickly in a way that is difficult to control. Backbone, the most important or strongest part of something. Allocate, to divide and give out. Derail, when a train derails, it comes off the railway tracks. Eventual, coming or happening at a later time. Drain, a pipe of hole that takes away waste liquids or water. Viable, able to be successful. Cease, to stop doing something. Bilateral, affecting or having two sides. Aerospace, of or related to travel in and above the Earth's atmosphere and the vehicles used in such travel. Satisfaction, something that makes you happy, pleased, or satisfied. Bell, a hollow usually cup-shaped metal object that makes a ringing sound when it is hit. Defer, to choose to do something at a later time. Marine, having to do with the sea. Casualty, a person who is hurt or killed during an accident or war. Emulate, To try to be like someone or something that you admire or think is successful. Overnight. For or during the entire night. Malfunction. A problem. Failure to operate. Fluid. Capable of flowing freely like water. Scroll. To move text or images of a web page, document, etc. Up, down, or to the side on a computer screen. Resurrect. To raise from the dead. Workplace. The office, factory, etc. Where people work. Imprison. To put someone in prison. Exempt. Not required to do something that others are required to do. Heir. A person who has the legal right to receive the property of someone who dies. Sexism. Unfair treatment of people because of their sex. Dismissal. The act of sending a person away from a position at work or in a school. Parallel. Similar but following separate paths. Carbon. A chemical element that forms diamonds and coal and that is found in petroleum and in all living plants and animals. Maturity. The condition of being fully developed. Arcade. A place where many games can be played for money. Confrontation. A situation in which people, groups, etc. fight, oppose, or challenge each other in an angry way. Ambassador. A nation's highest diplomatic representative. Diagnose. To recognize a disease, illness, etc. by examining someone. Metropolitan. Of or relating to a large city and the surrounding cities and towns. Erode. To eat away or break down. Conductor. A person who stands in front of people while they sing or play musical instruments and directs their performance. Wire. A thin, flexible thread of metal, may be barbed or electrified and used to imprison or control. Organic. Grown from the earth and not using artificial chemicals. Cannabis. A drug, such as marijuana or hashish that comes from the hemp plant. Rat. A small animal with a pointed nose and long thin tail. Siege. A situation in which soldiers or police officers surround a city or building in order to try to take control of it. Respected. To be held in high regard. Memorable. Very good or interesting and worth remembering. Lady. A woman. Folk. Of or relating to the common people of a country or region. Stature. Height. Audition. Give a short performance to try to get a job as a singer, dancer, etc. Aspire. To want to have or achieve something, such as a particular career or level of success. Gong. A large metal disc that makes a deep ringing sound when it is struck with a padded hammer. Beach. An area beside the ocean or body of water that is covered with small rocks and sand. Embed. To place or set something firmly in something else. To be a part of. Often used figuratively. Humorous. Funny. Piano. A large musical instrument with a keyboard. Ovation. An occurrence in which a group of people at a play, speech, sporting event, etc. show enthusiastic approval or appreciation by clapping their hands together over and over. Grandmother. A female family member who is the mother of a child's parent. Premature. Born before the normal time. Libel. The act of publishing a false statement that causes people to have a bad opinion of someone. Testament. Proof or evidence that something exists or is true. Pure. Not mixed with anything else. Jungle. A thick forest in areas near the equator of the earth. Plate. A flat and usually round dish that is used for eating or serving food. Taunt. To say insulting things to someone to make him angry. Stereotype. An often unfair and untrue belief that many people have about all people or things with a particular characteristic. Bunch. A group. Oasis. A place that provides relief or water. Wrap. To cover something by winding or folding a piece of cloth or other material around it. Distinguish. To make someone or something different or special in some way. Soil. The loose surface material of the earth in which plants grow. Academy. A school that provides training in special subjects or skills. Banner. A large strip of cloth with a design, picture or writing on it. Warehouse. A large building used for storing goods. Inspiration. Something that makes someone want to do something or that gives someone an idea about what to do or create. A force or influence that inspires someone. Plunder. To steal goods from a place or people, usually by force. Descend. To move or go down. Locate. To discover or show the exact position or place of something. Slick. Smooth. Headset. A device that is placed on the head that show images on a screen, play sounds and provide other experiences and controls. Silence. A period of time in which people do not talk. Bold. Not afraid of danger or difficult situations. Mentality. A way of thinking. Sheriff. An elected official who is in charge of enforcing the law in a county or town of the U.S. Resistance. Effort made to stop or to fight against someone or something. Monster. A strange or horrible imaginary creature, presumably used to say what you think is the likely situation. Companion. A person or animal that you spend time with and enjoy being with. Inflict. To cause someone to experience or be affected by something unpleasant or harmful. Constituent. Any one of the people who live and vote in an area. Outdated. No longer useful or acceptable. Used. Having been used before. Having had a previous owner. Not new. Stealth. Used to describe military aircraft that are designed so that they cannot be easily seen by radar. Snatch. To take something suddenly from a person or place, often by using force. Tactical. Relating to or used for a specific plan that is created to achieve a particular goal in war, politics, etc. Gossip. Information about the personal lives of people. Persecution. To treat someone cruelly or unfairly, especially because of race or religious or political beliefs. Anxious. Afraid or nervous, especially about what may happen. Feeling anxiety. Dubious. Questionable. Unclear. Suspicious. Rob. To take money or property secretly or by force. To steal. Turf. An area or place that feels like your home, regardless, without being stopped by trouble or difficulty. Distinct. Noticeably different. Conscience. The part of the mind that makes you aware of your actions as being either morally right or wrong. Termination. The act of making a person leave a job. The act of firing or dismissing someone. Aspiration. A strong desire to do something. Addictive. Causing a strong and harmful need to regularly have or do something. Disruptive. To interrupt the normal progress or activity of something. Enthusiast. A person who enjoys something very much. Bypass. To avoid or ignore. Instantly. Without delay. Immediately. Confusing. Difficult to understand. Saint. A person who is officially recognized by the Christian Church as being very holy because of the way he or she lived. Lane. A part of a road that is marked and meant for a single line of vehicles. Soup. A food made by cooking vegetables, meat, or fish in a large amount of liquid. Tailor. A person who makes men's clothes such as suits and jackets, that are measured to fit a particular person. Sensor. A device that can sense light, heat, sound, motion and provide information about it. Receiver. Radio or television equipment that changes signals into sound and pictures. Joystick. A handle used to control movements of a computer game, machine or aircraft. Infest. To be all over a place in large numbers. Sufficiently. Having or providing as much as is needed. Liability. The state of being legally responsible for something. Unfold. To happen as time passes. Partial. Not complete. Accomplish. To succeed in doing something. Extract. A substance that you get from something by using a machine or chemicals. Royalty. Members of the royal family. Imbalance. A lack of proportion or relation between two things. Windfall. an unexpected amount of money that you get as a gift, prize, etc. Conglomerate, a large company with many different areas of financial interest. Bless, to make something or someone holy by saying a special prayer. Nationwide, including or involving all parts of a nation or country. Obesity, a state of being overweight in an unhealthy way. Depression, a mental illness that causes extreme sadness. Bang, a sudden loud noise. Inclined, wanting to do something or likely to do something. Neutral, not supporting either side. Petroleum, a kind of oil that comes from below the ground and that is the source of gasoline and other products. Drill, a tool used for making holes in hard substances. Thirst, a very great need for something to drink. Merchandise, goods that are bought and sold. Productivity, the rate at which goods are produced or work is completed. Persist, to continue to do something although others want you to stop. Inefficient, not capable of producing desired results without wasting materials, time or energy. Not efficient. Charter, hired for temporary use. Consolidate, to join or combine into one thing. Plausible, believable or realistic. Bribery, the act of accepting something valuable in order to get someone to do something appropriately, correct and suited for a specific purpose. Tolerate, to accept or permit. Occupation, a situation in which the military of a foreign government goes into an area or country and takes control of it. Unanimous, everyone agreed. Instrumental, very important in helping or causing something to happen or be done. Mild, not extreme. Temper, the tendency of someone to become angry. Inventory, a supply of goods or products that are stored for use or sale. Adequate, enough. Boast, express pride about yourself or something you have done. Reluctance, feeling or showing doubt about doing something. Intact, not broken or damaged, having every part. Laundering, to put money that you got by doing something illegal into a business or bank account in order to hide where it really came from. Midst, the period of time when something is happening or being done. Diversify, enlarge the range of products or the field of operation of a business. Tragic, involving very sad or serious issues. Input, ideas or effort put into an activity or process in order to help it succeed. Defiant, refusing to obey something or someone. Mandate, an official order to do something. Deterioration, the act or process of becoming worse. Potato, a round root of a plant that has brown, yellow, or red skin and white or yellow flesh and that is eaten as a vegetable. Parking, leaving a vehicle in a particular place for a period of time. Bay, a large area of water that is part of an ocean or lake and partly surrounded by land. Plummet, to fall suddenly straight down especially from a very high place. Transformation, a complete or major change in someone's or something's appearance, form, etc. Taxi, a car or other vehicle used to transport passengers in return for payment. Accurately, correct, exact, disproportionate, having or showing a difference that is not fair, reasonable or expected, too large or too small in relation to something. Exemption, freedom from being required to do something that others are required to do. Remedy, a solution, a treatment of medicine. Interpret, decide what something means. Airplane, a vehicle with wings that flies. Baggage, cases and bags used when people travel. Flu, a common sickness caused by a virus. Discourage, to be negative about something. Bargain, an agreement. Displace, to force people or animals to leave the area where they live. Devote, to decide that something will be used for a special purpose. To use time, money, energy, attention, etc. for something. Continental, the part of the U.S. that is on the North American continent, the states of the U.S. except for Hawaii. Revision. A change or a set of changes that corrects or improves something. Crunch. A very difficult point or situation. Statistical. Using a number that represents a piece of information. Horizon. The line where the earth or sea seems to meet the sky. In the near future. Acre. A measure of land area in the US and Britain that equals 4,840 square yards. About 4,047 square meters. Communist. Supporting an economic and social system in which the government owns the things that are used to make and transport products and there is no privately ownership of land. Inequality. An unfair situation in which some people have more rights or better chances than other people. Precede. To come before. Underlying. Something that is the basis or cause of something. Adhere. To stick to something. To attach firmly to something. Pragmatic. Dealing with the problems that exist in a specific situation in a reasonable and logical way instead of depending on ideas and theories. Pioneering. To be among the first to do something usually at great risk. Philosophy. A set of ideas about how to do something or how to live. Fitting. Of a kind that is appropriate for the situation or purpose. Golf. An outdoor game in which players use special clubs called golf clubs to try to hit a small ball with as few strokes as possible into each of 9 or 18 holes. Uranium. A radioactive element that is used to make nuclear energy and nuclear weapons. Furious. Extremely angry. Administer. To manage the operation of something, such as a company or government or the use of something, such as property. Claw. A body part of an animal, such as a lobster or crab, that is used for gripping and holding things. Disposal. The act of disposing of something, such as the act of throwing something away. Liquid. A substance that is able to flow freely. Staggering. Very large. Shocking or surprising. Blatant. Not hidden. Very clear. Constitute. To make up or form something. Precursor. Something that comes before something else. Isolation. The state of being in a place or situation that is separate from others. Verify. To find out if something is true. Competent. Having the necessary ability or skills to do something well. Striking. Unusual or extreme in a way that attracts attention. Grace. A controlled, polite, and pleasant way of behaving. Root. Express support for. God. Destroy or make something no longer effective. Quiz. A test of knowledge. Monumental. Very important. Engagement. A promise to stay or keep involved with someone or something. Patience. The ability to wait without becoming upset or to lose interest. Conjunction. A word that joins together sentences, clauses, phrases, or words. Hinge. To depend on. To be decided by something. Profoundly. Extremely. Greatly. Fabric. Material used to make clothing and other things. Firearm. A small gun. Comfort. A state of feeling less worried or upset after a time of trouble or pain. Dissent. A statement by a judge giving reasons why the judge does not agree with the decision made by the other judges in a court case. Relieve. Feeling relaxed and happy because something difficult or unpleasant has been stopped, avoided, or made easier. Haunt. To happen repeatedly or stay around. Stomach. The organ in the body where food goes and begins to be digested after it is swallowed. Dire. Causing fear or worry. Lung. Either one of the two organs that people and animals use to breathe air. Creep. To appear gradually and in a way that is difficult to notice. Bureaucratic. Using or connected with many complex rules and ways of doing things to operate a government. Pessimistic. Deeply distrustful. Hostage. A person who is captured by someone who demands that certain things be done before the captured person is freed. Obscene. Morally disturbing or upsetting. Sovereign. Having independent authority and the right to govern itself. Certainty. Surety. Not in doubt. contemplate, to think about, definitive, final and settled, nail, a long, thin piece of metal that is sharp at one end and flat at the other end and that is used chiefly to attach things to wood, charismatic, having a forceful personality and qualities of leadership, plight, a danger or difficult situation. Distinctive, having a quality or characteristic that makes a person or thing different from others. Formidable, causing fear, creating serious difficulties. Bass, a kind of guitar that usually has 4 strings and that makes low sounds. Spiritual, of or relating to a person's spirit, pleasure, feeling of happiness or enjoyment. Wardrobe, a collection of clothes that a person owns or wears. Cop, a person whose job is to enforce laws, investigate crimes, and make arrests. Craze, something that is very popular for a period of time. Literature, written works, such as poems, plays, and novels that are considered to be very good and to have lasting importance. Animated, produced by the creation of a series of drawings, pictures, etc., that are shown quickly one after another. Grammar, the system or structure of a language. Confine, to keep within limits. Frenzy, great and often wild or uncontrolled activity. Invasion, the act of invading something, such as the act of entering a place in an attempt to take control of it. Nudity, wearing no clothing. Soundtrack, the sounds and especially the music recorded for a movie. Scrub, to rub something hard with a rough object or substance and often with soap in order to clean it. Incite, to cause someone to act in an angry, harmful, or violent way. Picket, a person or group of people who are standing or marching near a place to protest something. Immensely, very great in size or amount. Random, chosen or done without a particular plan. Farewell, of or related to a wish of well-being when leaving someone or something. Marvel, wonder. Formula, a liquid food mixture fed to babies instead of mother's milk. Amateur, not professional. Glimpse, a brief or quick view or look. Rehearsal, an event at which a person or group performs an activity or exercise, such as singing, dancing, or acting, in order to prepare for a public performance. Amazed, feeling or showing great surprise. Frankly, honestly. Crisp, pleasantly firm and making a sharp sound when chewed or crushed. Smear, to spread a substance on a surface or on skin. Shield, something that defends or protects someone or something. Explicit, very clear and complete. Enlist, to get the support and help of someone or something. Superior, high or higher in quality. Dash, to run or move quickly or suddenly. Logo, an image or picture that is used to identify a company and appears on its products. Elaborate, planned or carried out with great care. Couch, a long piece of furniture on which a person can sit or lie down. Coup, a military overthrow of a government. Savage, not under human control. Wild or violent. Notorious, well known for something bad. Outlet, a device in a wall into which an electric cord can be plugged in order to provide electricity. Unrealistic, not showing people and things as they are in real life. Billboard, a large sign for advertisements that is next to a road, on the side of a building, in a sports center, etc.